Kirk Cousins, you have one more chance with me, man. I swear to God, do not betray my trust like this. When Kirk Cousins played for the Commanders, or formerly known as the Redskins, back in like 20-something, I was his biggest hater. I will be real. I would always say to myself, man, this dude is trash. Like, he's a very good quarterback, but he has those like lapses of just moments where he just seems like the dumbest guy on the field. And I'm a Falcons fan, so when Kirk signed with the Falcons and we gave him a fat ass contract, I was like, I will turn off my hate for him or my disliking for him as a football player and give him an opportunity. I feel like he at least deserves that. And he was proving me wrong. The Falcons were what, 6-3? I think they were like the number 3 seed in the NFC. Ever since then, it has been pure shit. Yeah. I'll be honest, we were extremely lucky. We got lucky that Saquon decided to have Butterfingers and drop the ball. Because if he got that first down, it would have been over. This is where my belief and sudden change in Kirk Cousins changed during the Eagles game, because he absolutely dog walked the Eagles defense. He carried the Falcons offense down the field like it was nothing. He carved them up. He might be a fucking hooper. But there were very obvious problems with the Falcons. Everything that is wrong with the Falcons right now is not Kirk's fault, but he's partially to blame for it. Now, the main important downfall for the Falcons as of right now is their lack of pass rush. I swear to God, ever since I became a fan of the Falcons, I've never seen a fucking genuine pass rush threat that the Falcons have. Never. I think the last genuine pass rush threat that the Falcons had was John Abraham. And the thing is, I don't think I was conscious at that time. I didn't even know the game of football existed during that time. So in my life as a Falcons fan, I've never seen a fucking pass rush threat ever. It's just unbelievable that a football team can just be this pure ass and having a pass rush threat. It does not make sense. Every other team can fucking do it with their eyes closed, but when it comes to the Falcons, it's like giving like a college algebra test to like a little baby. It's like the hardest thing in the goddamn world for us. If you look at the stats and if you see the amount of sacks that the Falcons have, you have to scroll all the way to the bottom and see. And if you look at it, you're like, oh man, 15. I can't even lie and say like, oh, that isn't bad. That's pretty fucking terrible. 5 of those came from the most recent game. After getting decimated by the Seahawks, it was like, okay, the Falcons kind of actually started playing like a decently good football team with problems still, but they were winning games. They beat the Bucks, which Kirk Cousins just loves doing. He just loves whooping the fuck out of the Bucks. His stats with the Bucks are just absolutely dumb. He is the embodiment of Bucks man. Give me the Bucks or give me death. He just likes shitting on the Bucks for some reason. They were 6-3, and now they went on a 3-game losing streak, and now they're 6-6, fighting for their lives after leading the NFC South very comfortably. As a Falcons fan, I know this. I accept them. They are basically the embodiment of a roller coaster. When they reach their highs, they are at their highs, but when they reach lows, they go low. They are just terrible. The Falcons were down 17-20, so down 3 points. All they needed is just a field goal to go to OT. I think we lost about 9 points because Young Hoku or Young Weiku deciding to not know how to kick field goals anymore. They were at the 50-yard line, 41 seconds left, and Kirk decides to fumble the ball, and the ball goes back near the 30-yard line, and that absolutely kills the drive. When I saw that happen, I was like, yeah, we lost. I knew at that point the drive was over because there was not enough time. We had like 25 seconds left unless the Saints defense decided to go to sleep or fuck up like they did for the Minneapolis Miracle.
Into it, pass is caught.
Kirk, instead of just bombing it down the field in an attempt, he decided to pass it to Ray McCloud, and Ray McCloud couldn't get out of bounds. I would have rather preferred Kirk just throwing it down to at least, I don't know, the 30-yard line. But this is where my concerns started happening. The defense and the lack of pass rushes actually was so evident in this game. We make Bo Nix look like the next coming of Tom Brady. We sent 4 or fewer pass rushers on 89% of his dropbacks. So basically, Bo Nix had all the time in the world to carve us up like we were nothing.
And what the fuck is that smell?
A Saints associate, Sean Payton, dicks us down. Bro, I hate Sean Payton or hate anybody related to the Saints. We just had to lose this fucking game, and we lost this game in a very embarrassing fashion. I think the culmination of my anger has came after the Chargers game. I came into this game expecting us to get blown the fuck out again. I had no hope. The thing that I hate the most ever in life is something giving me hope and then absolutely throwing away that hope and lighting it up on fire and making it burn away. And this happens way too much with the Falcons. The defense actually showed up. We sacked Herbert 5 times. That's 5 of our 15 sacks of the season came from this one game. Our pass rush actually decided to show up. Our defense was actually doing somewhat good. So what about the offense? What happened with them? Kirk Cousins threw 4 goddamn interceptions, and 2 of those interceptions were probably the worst interceptions I've seen in a while. One of the interceptions, you had, as someone described it, throwing a paper plane. It was the slowest pass you could ever imagine. It's outrageous that a dude getting paid like so much money would throw that pass. He basically floated that bitch. I don't know if the route was wrong or whatever, if he thought the wide receiver was gonna turn and catch the ball. That ball was gonna get picked off regardless. He actually should have had 5 interceptions. There was this one pass to Ray McCloud that should have gotten picked off, and he got so fucking lucky that Ray McCloud bailed him out. It was the tiniest bit away from getting picked off and getting pick 6'd again. Now I think it was the 3rd interception where I actually got very annoyed. So it was 3rd and goal. Kirk Cousins runs a little bit forward out of the pocket, and you have Bijan. Honestly, just tossed it to Bijan, and Bijan probably would have scored. Honestly, I'll be real. Bijan Robinson probably would have scored the touchdown. But you know what Kirk Cousins decides to do at that very moment, and not just either run his ass, I'm going for it, or pass to Bijan. He says, I'm gonna lob it up. Now I think I'm gonna edit the screenshot of Kirk being in the motion of throwing the ball. You would assume that on the receiving end of the ball, there is probably somebody wide open, or a very good probability that a Falcons player is gonna catch this touchdown, right? Where does Kirk Cousins throw this ball? He decided to lob it into triple coverage.
Bros, come. Hey, bros.
We're actually gonna fumble the NFC South. I think we're gonna end up 7-10 for the 5th year. It's so frustrating when the defense of the Falcons actually decides to show up, and the offense, aka Kirk Cousins, who we paid a lot of money for to get us to the playoffs at the very least, decides to just play like an absolute blind man and toss 4 interceptions and basically makes us lose the game. It's just like, you can't have shit with the Falcons. The Falcons have brought nothing ever positive in my life. All they have brought into my life is just pure depression and sadness. It's a pain to be a Falcons fan, and a lot of people are calling for Michael Penix, recent draft pick number 8, to come in and replace Kirk Cousins, but unfortunately I don't think that's gonna happen. As a person that was like, please put Penix in, please Mr. Penix, save us.
Man, they tried to write us off, but we ain't right back.
I would rather have Penix start in a clean slate and not during this entire clusterfuck of whatever this season is. Just have Kirk finish the season off. They're not gonna bench him because we gave him too much money, and if we bench Kirk Cousins, we're basically admitting that it is a mistake, and the front office are a bunch of morons. So I think the Falcons are stuck with Kirk at quarterback for the time being. I will be very surprised if Penix comes in during the season. But Kirk, this is your one chance, buddy. One chance. You are playing against your former team, all right? Your former team, the people who did not want to give you a contract, who did not want you back. I don't know. I'm just saying that because hopefully he thinks the same way. They did you wrong. They made you leave Minnesota. I'm gonna need you to actually show the fuck up and not throw any interceptions. I need you to cook the Vikings. That's all you need. I swear to God, if I watch this game and we got blown out and the offense drops 9 points, I need everybody gone, honestly, from the Falcons team.
Can you win me a trophy? Yeah or nay? If you can't, adios.
I cannot go through another 7-10 season. At least make the playoffs, please. I'm losing my brains here at this point, just watching this team. But yeah, we'll see how this ages. It's probably gonna age bad. We're gonna make Sam Darnold look like the greatest quarterback of all time. Justin Jefferson and Sam Darnold are about to flip us inside out. It's not even funny. I'm expecting it. I hope it doesn't happen, but I wouldn't be surprised. Please, just please. I don't pray, but please do not lose. Please don't lose.